Sacrifice of Dr. Fox. Once upon a time, a bear family of 4 members lived in a forest. The family included 2 sons, a father, and a mother. As winter descended upon the forest, the bear family prepared for the challenges brought by the cold weather. The eldest bear cub, whose name was Frost, was a brave, energetic, and curious young bear who was always eager to explore the forest and its green landscape. His fur was thin, making him vulnerable to the harsh winter temperatures. The father bear, named Grizzle, was a formidable and protective figure. His massive and strong limbs were well suited for navigating through harsh cold weather. Grizzle did hunting for the family, ensuring they had enough food to sustain them during the long winter months. His keen sense of smell and sharp claws made him a skilled hunter, able to track down prey even in the snow-covered forest. The mother bear, named Snowberry, was gentle yet resilient. Snowberry loved her family very much. She cared for Frost a lot. She taught him survival skills, such as finding food and creating a cozy den for the family to hibernate in during the coldest nights. Snowberry's warm embrace provided comfort to Frost as they ventured together through the snow-covered forest. Their den was well insulated with layers of leaves, twigs, and moss. Grizzle had carefully chosen a location that offered protection from the biting winds and potential predators. As the winter set in, the family spent more time in their den, enjoying the warmth of each other's company. The family shared moments of joy and togetherness, creating memories that would strengthen their bond as a loving bear family. During the winter nights, the family huddled together in the den, sharing stories through gentle growls and soft purrs. Grizzle and Snowberry imparted wisdom to Frost, passing down the knowledge and traditions of their bear heritage. The winter season became a time of survival and a time for the bear family to connect, learn, and thrive in the magical winter wonderland surrounding them. A difficult period came when it had been raining heavily in the forest for 5 days. All the animals were hiding in their homes. Due to the rain, the cold suddenly increased. The bear could not go hunting for 5 days because of the rain. All the food they had gathered ended soon. Snowberry was also sitting worried. Her children were also suffering from hunger. It seemed that this rain would continue for several days. The children were starving and the little one had a fever. The mother could not see this. Grizzle was sitting on the doorsteps with his head bowed down. "Why don't you go hunting?" Snowberry said to the Grizzle. He looked at the wife angrily. "It is raining so hard. How can I arrange food?" Hearing this, she remained silent for a while. After thinking about something, she said softly, "Is some squirrel, some fruit, some dead animal, some bird might be there for food. You will find something only when you leave home." Grizzle came out to see the rain. After a while, Snowberry again said, "Go out, the children are hungry. If you find any fruit on the ground, bring them." Grizzle remained silent. Frost was listening to this whole conversation. He got up secretly and went out in the rain without telling. He saw a beehive on a berry tree a few days ago. He walked there in the pouring rain. He was hungry because, for 3 days, he had not eaten anything. Suddenly, the rain became heavy. He remembered his mother and father, but now that he had reached the halfway point, he did not want to go back empty-handed. There were dark clouds. When he reached the berry trees, he forgot which way to go to. It was very dark at the time. When he reached the berry, it started hailing. He did not care about his hunger and reached the tree with great difficulty, but there was no longer a beehive. The hail was falling quickly. His body was wet with water. Not getting honey, his hunger increased even more. He was feeling very weak. He stood under a tree to avoid the hail, but a long time passed like this. On the other hand, his parents became restless and started searching for him. The Grizzle, who was not leaving the home in the rain, was roaming around in the forest. After some time, the hailing stopped and the rain slowed a bit. The little bear decided to go back home. By this time he had a severe cold. His body was shaking. He was walking slowly. After a while, he realized that he lost the way home. Frost got scared. Suddenly, a voice came from one side as if someone was calling him. "Who is this? Who is there?" he asked loudly. "Where are you?" He heard his father's voice. Grizzle was happy to find him and brought him home in his arms. The little Frost was shivering from hunger and cold. "His medicine will have to be brought," the mother said, seeing the child's condition, and the father shook his head. The rain had subsided considerably, but it was still lightly raining. The father said, "I will go when the rain stops." Dr. Monkey, who was the disciple of Dr. Fox, opened his clinic. Dr. Fox was the oldest doctor in the forest, but now he was as old as the king of the forest, the lion. Visiting someone's home in such cold weather was harmful to his health. However, the forest animals would reach him to tell him that someone was ill and he had to go with them. Now, in such a heavy rain, someone knocked on his door. Dr. Fox did not have the courage to get up and go to the door. He shouted while lying in bed, "Who is it?" There was disgust in his voice. "Doctor, my child has caught a cold. Please give him some medicine or some herb." It was Grizzle, so Dr. Fox said, "You should go to Dr. Monkey. I am not feeling well. I already went there, but he is asking for too much food. I have been hungry for 3 days. How can I give him any food?" Dr. Fox took pity on him. He packed some food and left with him. When he reached home, Dr. Fox first gave the little Frost a lick of honey. Honey is very useful in cold weather. He also gave him wild fruits to eat. Dr. Fox brought many fruits. Everyone ate a little bit. On the doctor's advice, the little Frost was given wild dry grass as a treatment. After a while, his body temperature improved. After that, he gave him herbs. Because of the herbs' effect, he fell asleep. His parents thanked God. The rain had stopped after a long time. Dr. Fox was happy that he helped them in this difficult situation. He was so happy that he did not think if it was bad to go back home through mud. He walked back to his home with a smile on his face.